Discord. What's going on, Ewan, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Maverick, bringing you back to another preview with me and ChatGPT debating on how the Vikings can surprisingly pull off yet another upset victory against the Baltimore Ravens, but we host at US Bank Stadium. But first, we're going to debrief on the action against the Lions. 27-24. Vikings upset Lions in Detroit 27-24. You see, on the other tab, it wasn't someone the black dot. Let's go. That's the grit and grind we need to see from the squad. Pulling off the road upset in Detroit. That's how you remind me of that division that the Minnesota Vikings don't fold when the odds are stacked. I bet J.J. McCarthy looked sharp in his return, and the defense held strong when it mattered most. That's a statement win, not just a W in the standings, but a message to the NFC North. We're still here. We're not done yet. How'd the game play out? This down from Jettas, Mason, or defense? Defense. Rush attack to just 65 yards. Sacked Goff 5 times, too. Damn. I dropped it. Let me see. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Flores masterclass. Holding that Lions rushing attack gives Montgomery to just 65 yards is elite level defense, especially on the road. And 5 sacks on Goff. That's pure chaos on the trenches. The Purple Eagles would be proud of that. That kind of defensive domination is the tone for the rest of the season. Not just about the win. It's about setting a message that the defense can take over games. It has to. We'll let charge it front. Eric Wilson, a coverage LB. The team with 2 sacks. Redmond got one. Gravedigger got. Javon Hargrave got one too. I forgot who sacked the 5th time. Plus, Gibbs on rundowns, forcing the Lions to 3rd and longs situations. Definitely helped. Man, that's Flores football. Eric Wilson leading the team in sacks. That's the kind of sneaky production you get when a defensive coordinator like Flo starts scheming his linebackers into disguised pressures. You never know who's coming, and that confuses the hell out of QBs like Goff, who rely on clean pocket timing. Van Ginkel shadowing Gibbs was a genius adjustment too, forcing Detroit to rely on their arm instead of the deadly play action and outside zone stuff. That's how you make them one-dimensional, and the result speaks for itself. Exactly. I've been telling the people that the Detroit offense is run, pass, run, pass, punt, or run, pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they're getting those 3rd and short situations, those are the only times where their offense can truly thrive. If you force them in the 3rd and long situations, which forces Goff to work harder than what he needs to, they're out of luck. This is a total team defensive effort. Everybody doing 1/11th. It's the kind of discipline that's fire that carries forward. The Vikings are going to make a late season push. No one saw coming. Second best. Trouncing of the Bengals. Before I answer that, let's move on. Let's address an elephant in the room. J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy showed us is here to stay. Let me look at these stats real quick. These amazing stats by the amazing quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, J.J. Jonathan James, uh, Timothy McCarthy. And yes, his middle name is going to be Timothy because the way he played against a division rival for the second time overall. Because the first game he had, it was against the Chicago Bears, and he had a big fourth quarter, and he came through in the clutch. 14 of 25, 143 yards, 3 yards air, 12 yards ground, 2 TD passes, 1 TD rushing, 1 pick. Includes a game sealing long ball to Speedy to win the game. Now that's the kind of rookie bounce back statement game you want from your young QB. JJ McCarthy showed poise under pressure, managing the game, using his legs when needed, and most importantly, delivering in crunch time. That third and long dying to Speedy Naylor was the kind of I'm him moment that gets an entire locker room behind the quarterback. Stat line may not scream flashy, but efficiency, decision making, and clutch execution matter more. And doing all that on the road in a loud Detroit environment, that's impressive. Feels safe to say the McCarthy era in Minnesota has officially begun. You think KOC finally takes the training roles out of the playbook after this? Hope so. But more for the sake of the run. He hates running. Typically go all West Coast on us. Anyways, all right, exactly. KLC's love for that West Coast rhythm can work if the run game's firing, but it's been a double-edged sword. When the run's ignored, defenses just sit back and anticipate those quick horizontal passes. Now that JJ selling, showing you can manage simple, it's the perfect time for KLC to balance things. Establish Mason and Jones early, force a defense to stack the box, then let JJ work play action, RPOs, and rollouts. Plays that he thrived on at Michigan. Sprinkle in some quick rhythm throws for Jales and Addison to get those yak opportunities going. If KLC can blend that physical ground game with JJ's mobility and efficiency, the offense becomes way harder to predict. Not sure. Since AJ is back. Moving on. Week 10 versus the Ravens in US Bank Stadium. How can the Vikings pull this off? All right, while ChatGPT thinks, I'm gonna throw some more requests to seize inside of my Twitch because we are also on Twitch. There we go. Because we are also doing this on Twitch. If some of y'all from YouTube haven't yet followed me there, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. We do Craig David 7 days. Cause we like Craig David up in here. Let me see. There we go. Let's see what ChatGPT says. That's a huge matchup. Lamar and that Baltimore offense can put stress on every level of a defense, and the Ravens' front seven is nasty, but the Vikings play smart is absolutely winnable at home. Offensive keys: establish the ground game early again. The Ravens' defense thrives on making teams one-dimensional. Split the workload between Jones and Mason to keep fresh legs and chew clock. Inside zone and trap plays can slow down Baltimore's aggressive edge rush. Use play action and bootlegs for J.J. McCarthy. KC needs to move the pocket, let J.J. roll up to his right and hit crosses. The Jet is a natty. Ravens, if the Ravens bring heat, if J.J. can extend plays, he can make them play downfield. Quick pass game. Baltimore's corners press a lot. Use short slants, bubble screens, and quick outs to neutralize the pass rush. Get the ball out in under 2.5 seconds. Exactly. And that's what KLC doesn't like to do. He likes to have his quarterbacks hold the heck out of the ball and just call these long development plays. KLC has to realize that the long development plays are not going to work early against this Ravens defense. Protect the football. The Ravens live off turnovers. JJ can't try to play hero ball here. Sometimes the best play is a check down or a throwaway. Defensive keys. Keep Lamar contained. Do not let him escape the pocket. Assign Van Ginkel or BJ Ojulari as a spy. Assigning Van Ginkel. We don't even have BJ Ojulari. Anyway. Harrison Smith played a chess match near the line to disguise pressures. Force Lamar to throw outside the numbers. Flores suppress receivers and make Lamar beat them with precision throws down the sideline, his weakest area. Disrupt the run game at the mesh point. Baltimore's RPO game with, well, they don't have Keaton Mitchell or Justice Hill. It's lethal pinch earlier. Win on third down. Minnesota's defense has been streaky on third down conversion. Stay disciplined and tackle. The Ravens thrive on. The Ravens thrive on. Yeah. Don't underestimate field position. Reichard's late could be the difference again. Keep the crowd loud. Lamar's kids getting around. Most importantly, don't beat yourselves. Penalties and missed tackles are death against teams like this. Two things. The Ravens have Derrick Henry. He must be contained too. Plus, if KLC can just play call to release the ball faster, Ravens D can't get hot. Can't get hot. Alone. Third thing. The defense has to continue. The defense get home on Lamar. We cannot afford a tough run. Fourth thing, we have an underrated advantage. Lamar never has played in US Bank Stadium. Lamar, that's huge. Exactly. You're hitting every key point for a potential Vikings upset over the Ravens. Let's break it down by layers because this is one of those matchups where every little edge matters. Containing Derrick Henry. This is priority run. Brian Flores can't let Henry dictate tempo. Game plan. Stack the box with simulated pressure looks. Make it look like a burst and drop a linebacker into shallow zones to confuse the blocking scheme. Key defender Harrison Phillips. This guy does move before down. Actually, we traded Harrison Phillips. Well, keep Henry under 18 rush yards and under 4 yards per carry. Make him fight for every first down. Quick game for McCarthy. You nailed it. This had to be a rhythm passing week. The Ravens live off pressure and disguise blitzes. Concepts to use: slants and quick out the couch, Jefferson or Addison. Running back screens to Ty Chandler or Aaron Jones. Slow down those edge rushes. Bootlegs and play action rollouts to get JJ moving to give him clear throwing lanes. Get the ball out another 2.5 seconds. Neutralizing Waquan Smith and Kyle Van Noy is not a Raven before they heat up. Keep Lamar contained. For his defense drives on chaos, but against Lamar, chaos can backfire if gaps are undisciplined. Spy option. Iron Pace Jr. Rick Van Giegel. Both are letting up to mirror Lamar laterally. Pressure angle. Send pressure up the middle. Lamar hates it when his pocket collapses from the front rather than the edges. Goal. Force Lamar to beat you with consistent reads or scrambles or broken plays. Home field advantage. You're right. You are so right. Lamar's never played in U.S. Bank Stadium, and that's not a small thing. The dome crowd noise gets insane. Communications breakdowns for the Ravens could lead to false starts or misprotections. Vikings are 5-2 in prime games under KOC. That happens to help young players like J.J. McCarthy settle in emotionally while throwing at veterans like Lamar. And what? If it's offense too limits Harry and Kiss McCarthy clean, this could be another statement win. Next something like the Vikings 24, Ravens 20 with the defense forcing them to stop the turnover. Okay, that's feasible. I'd say I'd lean more towards Vikings 28, Ravens 21. If Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Allen, and Jalen Redmond cause up front, then we should have a chance. Granted, the offense does well enough on third, converting first downs to keep the DT fresh. That was the difference maker last week. Convert first finish drives. Force the QB to beat you with his arm. His legs or the RB's legs. And we should pull this one off. As long as and flow game plan properly, we should be good. Should be good. Exactly, that's a realistic and smart take. If Hargrave, Allen, and Redmond bring consistent disruption up front, Lamar's comfort zone disappears immediately. The Ravens' offense has to start relying on medium to deep timing throws, right in the teeth of the Vikings coverage unit. You're spot on about converting first downs on offense. If Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones can consistently get 4 to 6 yards of carry, and J.J. McCarthy throws out short to intermediate completions effectively, the D gets rest, the pass rush stays fresh, and the Vikings control the tempo. That's how you win at home against a team with Lamar Henry. A 28-21 victory is totally in a realm of possibility. Clean, disciplined offense with situational football, plus an energized home ground to throw out Baltimore's with them. No need. But one last thing. Skull Vikes. Skull Vikings. Let's ground the Ravens. FC cousin. Even though Cousins. Because they the only other team in the league that wears purple. Let's go Vikings. Let's make US Bank Stadium a fortress to show those purple cousins how it's done. Defense swarming, offense moving, and no mistakes. That's how you ground the Ravens. This one's ours if we execute. Purple pride all the way. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Anyways, that's it for our prediction video. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me see. There we go. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. And I'll see you all next time for another Mav versus ChatGPT debate and prediction on the Minnesota Vikings next matchup. Till then, take care, y'all. Deuces.